Hey guys, welcome back to Glam Finds. I am here with another review. This time I asked you to pick a decant for me to review because I've been wearing a bunch of my decants lately because I'm kind of trying to pick maybe a couple more bottles to buy in the summer, and the problem is I've blind bought a couple of things lately and I'm like, you know what? Not blind bought, but I bought full bottles of a couple of things lately and I was like, let me pick one versus just like constantly buying more. I wish you guys know how that goes. So I picked up a bunch of decants. And I was like, you know what, while I'm doing this, why don't I start wearing my old decants? Because I have a lot of decants that are not even 5 mil used and they're like, you know, tall boys. So I was wearing this one and I thought, let me see if you guys want a review of it. And you did. And from the house of Louis Vuitton, it's L'Immensité. I called it L'Immensité before and you guys, I think like 100, maybe more than that of you corrected me. So L'Immensité is what we're going over today. Let's go ahead and talk about it. This wasn't initially my favorite out of all the LV decants that I bought. I bought like 4 to 5 years ago. I bought pretty much all the main ones. Imagination was my favorite, but let's go ahead and talk about this one, talk about why this one might have creeped past that. So you have grapefruit, ginger, bergamot, watery notes, rosemary, sage, geranium, ambroxan, amber, and labdanum. So, first time I wore it, I didn't like how it wore on my skin. I wore it a couple times. I got compliments with it, but lately I was like, you know what? I need to try this again because my LV decants are all like pretty full. And I liked it, so I sprayed it on. And I had a very different wearing experience. So let's talk about the scent profile really quick. This one gets compared to Tiger by Bulgari and what's the other one? Sospiro Vibrato a lot. I think that it has some similarities to them, sure, but this isn't as fruity. This has like really, it's like, I mean, they're all ambroxanite, but this is like ambroxanite. It has like almost this like, I don't want to say aquatic feel because it's absolutely not an aquatic, but like it kind of gives me beachy vibes whenever I wear it. Like, I think it's the way that the like herbal notes are done in here, mixed with that ambroxan, kind of like that ambery, slight warmth, very slight. It's a really gorgeous scent, and the way that the grapefruit is done with the ginger, it's not done, like, yeah, definitely similar notes to Tiger. The grapefruit is not super fruity or prominent in this. They like, I don't know how, but use the perfect amount just to give it like a nice citrusy feel. And it's got such a beautiful, beautiful amberiness to it. It's really funny. I don't think I appreciated it at first, but like if you can give something that's like kind of got like a woody freshness to it, mixed with a warm amberiness, touch of citruses from that grapefruit, and kind of like a nice, almost like watery feel. I mean, I'm telling you, I just kind of get this like outdoor, like I just like makes me think like, oh man, I really want to go have like cocktails on the beach whenever I smell it, but not in like an aquatic way necessarily, but there's just something about it that is like perfectly well blended that gives me that vibe. Like that's what I want to do when I smell it. So let's talk about performance. Longevity, that I'm going to go ahead and say about, I want to say 8 to 9 hours, depending on the time that I've worn it. Sometimes 8, sometimes 9. Sometimes I can get a little bit more than 9. But when I wear it, I think like I move a lot. That's what because I've been moving a lot lately. So I'm like, you know, I think maybe if I wasn't as like active and like possibly sweating it out a little, it would probably last a little bit longer. But pretty good performance, honestly, for this type of DNA. Absolutely no qualms. I think a lot of people are probably going to get over 9 hours. It was still a skin scent after 9 hours. So there is still a little bit more, but I was still getting performance up until like that 8 to 9 hour range before it kind of went into a skin scent. So to me, that's pretty good. In terms of projection, good projection for the first hour or two, but still pretty decent like projection and beautiful sillage for the life of the fragrance. I think it probably stopped in terms of projection, maybe a couple of hours in, maybe it was more than 2 though. I was still getting good like arm length projection. Whenever anyone was in my scent bubble after that though, they were still picking it up. So I think LV gets hit a lot on their performance. I don't get bad performance from this. So I'm just going to mention that. I actually haven't gotten bad performance from any of the Louis Vuittons that I've tried so far. I mean, Some are better than others, but yeah. This one is probably easier to go nose blind to because of the ambroxan. Let's move on. Who can wear this? I think absolutely anybody can. Most of their stuff is unisex, and I think that this tends to be favored a lot by men, but I think it's maybe just not being really hyped by anyone, so possibly that's why I'm just seeing it more in the groups talked about by men. Because it's just, this one isn't hyped. Imagination is still like the hype king, and Afternoon Swim. But I think this one should be hyped a lot more, in my opinion. So, in terms of, who can wear this? I just think that anyone can wear it. I don't think it has an age. I don't think it's youthful. I don't think it's mature. I think it's like one of those insanely versatile fragrances that just absolutely anyone can wear. And when we kind of talk about that versatility, I think you can wear this anywhere. I think you can dress it up. I think you could dress it down. I think you can wear it to the office. I think you can wear it on a date night. I think you could wear it formally. I think that would be the number one selling point of this fragrance. It is just so insanely versatile. And on top of that, season-wise, I think people are possibly going to be wearing it a little bit more spring, summer, and probably fall. You can wear it just fine in the winter. It's not as sweet as most winter fragrances, but I honestly think that it would do you just fine. I think the amber would pop a little bit more with a little bit of brisk coolness to it. But I think that I wouldn't have personally an issue wearing it in the dead of winter. Granted, I live in California. That's probably saying something. I think most people are going to wear it spring, summer, and probably fall. But you can wear it in winter if you want to. In terms of the compliment factor, I think all LV fragrances really shine. I think people want to hate on stuff because they feel like the price tag is a little high. Sure, you can say, hey, I don't personally feel like it warrants the price tag, but I think it's really hard to say that this is one that people aren't going to love because this gets compliments. I think most Louis Vuitton fragrances get compliments. I honestly think that that's what they're for. You're going to smell good. People are going to like how you smell. And that's what this one does for me. So it definitely gets me compliments. I think it's like such an easy reach, such a beautiful wearing experience. Now the downfall is it is a little bit pricier. Although some people think it's a downfall, some people don't care as much. I think a 100 ml is about $360, and Louis Vuitton is not easy to find on discounters. You can, but I think most people prefer, because again, it's kind of like you really got to be searching. And it's not even discounters. I think you have to look for like people reselling them in the groups. That's where most people are able to find a Louis Vuitton at under retail. This is one that if I want a bottle of Louis Vuitton, I'm probably just going to go to the store because I just think that it's too difficult to find. But I ended up, I already have 5 ml left of this decant because I thought, hey, I probably am going to use more this summer. I went ahead and bought another 10 ml just in case I burned through it. I'm going to try to just buy more decants. I'm really running out of space for bottles, and I think for me, there's probably going to be very few types of fragrances that I need more than 10 ml of in my entire life. I don't want to keep buying more shelving, so I think I'm going to go in this direction. We'll see. I could be wrong. Maybe I'll sell a bunch of bottles and buy some of the Louis Vuittons that I do kind of feel like I would like to keep in my collection. If you've tried this fragrance, comment down below. Let people know what you think. As always, remember to like this video if you liked it. Please subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell to get notified when I drop another video. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye!